welcome out to Avon, home of the Eagles, and the site for tonight's boys Division II District Semifinal right here on WEOL.com and streaming live as well on the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel. Good evening, everybody. I'm Rocco Nushi. To my left, Jared Kozar with the Spregosaurus Rex, as Jared has donned him. Zach Sprague running camera to our far left. And we are certainly thrilled that you can be a part of tonight's WEOL Tournament Cage matchup, as this one is brought to you by our fantastic tournament sponsors, who this evening are Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner. Your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. And of course by our friends over at Eco Tree Services. They are your complete tree care company. Well, Avon, they are the 10 seed here in this district. 16-6 was their overall regular season record. 8-6 they went in the SWC. That was good for a fourth place conference finish, as they welcome in a very, very familiar opponent in the Rangers of North Ridgeville. They earned the 16 seed here in the district. They went 13-9 overall in the regular season, 6-8 in the SWC, which was good for a sixth place finish in the conference. So, of course, these two teams, if you hadn't figured that out already, played twice already in the regular season. They split the matchups, and Jared, I think what's potentially most interesting about that is that the road team won in each of those two matchups, something we kind of half joked about with Avon head coach Mike Fitch this past Saturday on the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show. Although Coach Fitch still adamant he wanted this one to be at home, and you could pretty much see for good reason that far side over there already starting to fill up with some purple. It should be a good one here tonight.
And they're doing really well here near us on the Ridgeville side too. So two neighboring communities who are going to be competitive in these type of events for a long, long time. And they've got good guys at the top of those programs to get them here and tell them about what this kind of a matchup means. Rocco, in a week like this, we usually have a lot of thinking to do. Tonight was not really that tough, and I told a lot of folks on the way in here tonight, I'm like, this was a no-brainer for us. You know, you got two local teams. This is conference basketball. It's the rubber match that you don't normally get. We're lucky enough to get it here tonight. It's going to be special. Both of these teams, huge tournament runs last year, both of them ending, unfortunately, in Worcester on the same day. They played it as part of a doubleheader. We were a part of it. And, but to get there under the circumstances that both did, pretty impressive, and they're looking to take that next step again this year. But their season comes to a close tonight.
Yeah, it's almost a shame, Jared, and this is kind of what we were talking about with some of the Avon Lake fans on the girls' side after they lost to Canfield this past weekend. It's a shame that this matchup here tonight has to happen in the district round. You could very easily see this being, I should say at least a district semifinal. This could easily be a district final, if not, a regional semifinal, which is, as you alluded to, where both teams punched their ticket to last season, as Avon, they beat Stowe 59-40 in the district final last year, ended up losing in the regional semis at the Worcester College, like you said, 53-37, their final against New Albany. For North Ridgeville, kind of I don't want to say miracle run, but they were underseeded, I thought, heading into that district round. They end up getting through. They beat Greene 53-40 in the district final. They end up losing 78-62 to North Royalton in the regional semis. So safe to say, heading into this season, both teams had aspirations of getting back to that regional round, but as you said, unfortunately for one of the two sides, it's going to end up falling short here tonight. But again, certainly a matchup that we're excited for. The winner here tonight advances to Saturday's district final, again heading to Worcester, this time at the high school though, not the college, where they await the winner of Stowe and Medina Highlands. So just a lot of familiar names, I think, with as far as our local area is concerned in this district.
I would agree, and it's kind of good in terms of the way that I think that the tournament is shaken out over the years, that we have a little bit more familiarity early rather than pushing it later like that. Rocco, you mentioned maybe being underseeded, maybe being that underdog. Nobody, I think, that we've come across in our time here, in his brief time here at the helm at North Ridgeville, has embraced that role quite as much as Ben Chase in terms of, guess what? We want to be those guys. I've told the guys this is how we want to go. Fly under the radar a little bit, and then get that respect. Take it if you have to, but whatever the case is, they're not to be trifled with, and they proved it last year.
Absolutely, absolutely. By the way, this is the pregame show, and it is brought to you by North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Stop in this Lenten season for the best Friday fish fry around. Why don't we sneak in a quick timeout? Plenty of spots to get to here tonight, and again, a big thank you to our sponsors who made that heavy spot load possible. So we'll sneak in our first timeout. When we come back, we'll start to bring you guys starting lineups, get you some more pregame information. Again, it's Avon and North Ridgeville tonight in a Division II District Semifinal. We'll be back right after this.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week, and good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments. Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
And welcome back in again. This is the pregame show. It is brought to you by our friends over at your locally owned and locally operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. Well, Avon, again, they're the 10 seed here in this district. They're led by 6th-year head coach Mike Fitch. They score 75 points a game. They shoot it from the three-point line at a 31% clip, 63% from the free throw lines, 36 rebounds a game, 16 assists per game. And I think just on paper at least, they're a little more explosive offensively, a little more diverse on that side of the floor than North Ridgeville is. As we look at the numbers for the Rangers, led by 5th-year head coach Ben Chase, both of these guys coming in succession of one another into the SWC, leading their respective teams. But for North Ridgeville, 61 points per game. They'll match Avon in terms of three-point perimeter shooting. They also sport a 31% clip from the outside. 46% is their overall field goal percentage. A little better than Avon at the free throw line at 65%. 28.5 rebounds per game, 13 assists per game, 14 turnovers per game. So the size, the rebounding, sort of the mismatches that may come with that territory, something of concern, I think, at least in my opinion tonight, for Ben Chase and the North Ridgeville Rangers. I mean, Jared, looking at some of these Avon kids, Sam Griffiths, Joey Ziegler, Brooks Good, even, Kittleberger, one of their guards. There's a lot of size on this Avon roster that North Ridgeville is going to have to contend with here tonight.
Size and depth. It's not as if they have 2 guys that can do it. No, if you get those guys into foul trouble or they need a breather, 2 other guys come in that are the same frame, and they're able to do a lot of things to make it difficult on you down low. So, it's been peaks and valleys for Avon, I think, throughout. So that's part of what's going on.
How about our good friend Craig Couch checking in from the homestead? I asked for a Craig Couch appearance here in the pregame half-jokingly, and by gosh, he delivered.
You knew you were going to get it. I wonder what his comments and thoughts are of what's going on and some of the people and characters that are making their way through here tonight. Craig's always got an opinion, and it's usually pretty positive.
He defines color commentary. I will tell you that much for sure. No question. So as we get set for the national anthem here at the gymnasium, why don't we go ahead and step aside and take another timeout. When we return, I will bring you those starting lineups along with our players to watch, followed by the tip-off here on our WEOL Tournament Cage matchup. Again, it's Avon and North Ridgeville in a Division II District Semifinal. More of the pregame show coming your way after this timeout.
It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco-Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco-Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco-Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco-Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco-Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
And again, this is the pregame show brought to you by our friends over at North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco. Stop in this Lenten season for the best Friday fish fry around. So as they get set to deliver the starting lineups to the crowd here, we will do the same to you, our wonderful listeners right here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. As they're going to do the whole shebang as far as lineups are concerned. They're going to do the bench players and the starting lineups here at Avon. We'll just give you the starters first for the visiting North Ridgeville Rangers. Again, they are led by fifth-year head coach Ben Chase. They went 13-9 this season, 6-8 in the SWC. Good for a sixth-place finish in the conference. Their starting five will look like this. It'll be a senior guard, number 0, Duke Baker, at 13 points per game. A junior guard in the backcourt alongside Baker will be Luke Rowe, so Duke and Luke are in that starting lineup in the guard spots. He's a junior wearing number 1 at 14 points per game. He is Coach Chase's leading scorer for the Rangers. A sophomore guard wearing number 2 at 10 points per game. That's Mason Allison. And the two forwards for North Ridgeville here in the starting five. It'll be senior number 10, Cole Miller, at 7 points per game. Certainly a lot of folks familiar with what he was able to accomplish on the football field in his career at North Ridgeville. Certainly a very successful young man on the basketball court as well. And rounding out the starting five for the Rangers here this evening, it will be junior forward number 11, Colton Mack, at 7 points per game. For the 10th-seeded Avon Eagles, under head coach Mike Fitch in his 6th year at the helm, they went 16-6 this season overall, 8-4, good for a 4th-place finish in the SWC. And their starting five will look like this. It'll be senior guard number 10, Gavin Kittelberger, at 11 points per game. Got some more on him here shortly. Dean Abdul, a junior forward in the starting lineup as well. He wears number 20 at just under 5 points per game. Their leading scorer is junior guard number 21, Joey Ziegler, more of a guard-forward combination. He's at 15 points per game. Junior guard number 22, that's Brooks Good. He is at 11 points per game. And their sophomore starting forward at 5.5 points per game is big number 34, Sam Griffiths. And looking at our players to watch for both sides here this evening, first for North Ridgeville, I've got my eyes on junior number 1, Luke Rowe. Again, he is their leading scorer at about 14.5 points per game. He shoots it, Jared, from the outside at 36%. That is his three-point percentage coming into this one. Just under 2.5 rebounds per game, a little over 1 assist per game, over a steal per game as well. Really kind of a do-it-all player for North Ridgeville, and somebody that can really hurt you with that outside shot, I think.
Certainly a guy that's had a lot of buy-in and been put in leverage situations early in his career and kind of coming into his own now in his junior season.
Yeah, 49 three-point makes as well for him this season. And for Avon, I got my eyes on number 21, Joey Ziegler, the junior. Again, their leading scorer at just over 15 points per game. He shoots it from the outside at 46% this, Jared. Now, that's not necessarily where he wants to make his bread and butter. I know the attempts aren't necessarily up there with some of the more volume-heavy three-point shooters in the county, but again, 46% for him, just under 4 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists per game, and a steal and a half per game. So very similar to Rowe, a do-it-all player for head coach Mike Fitch, somebody he really loves having in that starting lineup.
He's the guy that gets it going for Avon, and they kind of feed off of Ziegler's energy. So look for that to be a big key as far as getting him moving and some opportunities early. And with the big guys inside for Avon, Ziegler's got the green light to shoot most of the time. If you've got the numbers, they're going to come up with a rebound, and it gives you a second chance opportunity in a lot of cases.
Well, and you said the word key there, so I'm going to get into a couple of keys to victory here for both sides. I'll start first for North Ridgeville. We kind of talked about this one already, and you alluded to it there, Jared. you got to keep these bigs for Avon off the glass. I mean, if they're getting second, third, fourth chance opportunities all night long, that's going to wear you down. And I think kind of in tune with that for North Ridgeville, you got to hit some shots from the outside.
Easier said than done in terms of the battle inside. I think Cole Miller is probably the toughest guy on this floor, but there's only one of them. And that's really, I think, where you run into some issues. But, there is that going on. And you mentioned knocking down the outside shot. That starts with Luke Rowe, I think. Duke Baker, a guy that can definitely contribute out there as well, and a lot of athleticism when you talk about Allison.
And I think for Avon, a big key for them is get Gavin Kittleberger going. He's scored less than 10 in each of their matchups so far this season. Again, he's over 10 points per game. And I think, obviously, like we said with North Ridgeville, they got to try to combat the size. I think if you're Avon, you got to take advantage and win those size matchups when you have them. So here we go. We're all set for tip-off. That is our North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco pregame show. Avon in their white uniforms. North Ridgeville will be in the navy blue. It'll be Dean Abdul jumping it up with Cole Miller as we are almost underway here for district semifinal basketball. They're going to get Abdul situated correctly against Miller. Now the jump ball is up. It is controlled by Avon, and we are underway as the Eagles throw it away after winning the tip. Tough spot there for Brooks Good after he controlled that tip, but nonetheless, we have Division II District Semifinal Tournament basketball here at Avon tonight. So after the turnover, it'll be North Ridgeville basketball underneath their own basket right in front of that student section that Zach Sprague's got a great shot of here on our video stream. Again, I'm Rock Venucci. He's Jared Kozar, Zach Sprague. The Spragosaurus Rex running the camera here for us this evening as there's a turnover forced by Avon as the possession arrow takes a tumble, as does the official. Nice play there by Brooks Good to get the steal and then force the foul on North Ridgeville as the Rangers pick up a quick personal here just 19 seconds into this ball game as concerns now turn toward that possession arrow. Assistant Athletic Director Mike Ryan all over it.
How about the cat-like quickness and grace of our official there to not send that tumbling over? He caught that, gave up the body at the same time. So, you got to appreciate that effort less than 1 minute into a ball game.
When lost in all of that is Luke Rowe, the guilty culprit there in terms of picking up that personal foul. That's a quick one on him just, 20 seconds into this one. So now Avon goes to work offensively. Again, it's Kittleberger, Abdul, Ziegler, Good, and Griffiths. As Ziegler tries a little stop and pop from about 12 feet away. That one no good off the rubber rim. Rebound to North Ridgeville. Baker with it. Now swings it over to Mason Allison, the sophomore, charging left of the lane. No, Cole Miller there, though, on the stick back, and it's good. So Cole Miller doing some work on the offensive glass early. Gets the Rangers on the board. It's 2-0 North Ridgeville. Griffiths pushing up ahead, finds Brooks Good. He tries a little 10-footer. That one a touch too strong off back iron. Rebound to Cole Miller. So already 2 rebounds for Cole Miller just 60 seconds into this ball game. You said it, Jared. He's going to have to be big in there. No pun intended for the Rangers here tonight.
Well, and he's certainly got his work cut out for him, but he's up to the challenge. If you know anything about Cole Miller, he lives for moments like this.
Yeah, head football coach Ryan Morgan just raved about that young man throughout the course of the football season as Rowe tries his luck from the short corner. That one no good. Rebound to Avon. Ziegler up ahead of the pack. He gets fouled on the rack attack, and Ziegler has 2 free throws coming as Duke Baker got him on the way up. Are they going to say baseline out of bounds? They're going to say that came before the shot. Wow. So Duke Baker fouling Ziegler on the floor. So already the 2 guards, Baker and Rowe, with a foul each for North Ridgeville. Griffiths catches it on the inbound. Now swings it over to Gavin Kittleberger. Kittleberger, right side of the lane. He got hacked on the way up, and that should be 2 free throws for Gavin Kittleberger as Colton Mack, I believe, will be the guilty party, and it is as the junior forward picks one up for North Ridgeville. And Jared, just 90 seconds in, 3 team fouls on the Rangers.
Yeah, and that's not what they're looking for. Ben Chase kind of shaking his head in disgust there. I don't think he's questioning the call. I think he's questioning just, how are we doing that as far as our focus is concerned on defense.
First free throw from Kittleberger is good, so Avon into the scoring column now. Kittleberger one more coming here as the lefty sends it through, and we're tied at 2. 6.5 left to play here in this first quarter. Again, the winner here in this district semifinal is on to Saturday's district final at Worcester High School, awaiting the winner of Stowe Monroe Falls and Medina Highland. And look at the effort there for Avon. Is that Ziegler getting on the deck for the basketball? It is. And that may be something head coach Ben Chase talks about with his guys here at some point. You already have Avon Eagles diving on the deck for the basketball. Ziegler wanted that one more than anyone in blue. He was the one that sent it out of bounds, though.
The scorer's table's taking a beating already.
Are they? There's already some tape job happening on that possession arrow, so they got to play some defense down there. Miller inside, count that one, and the foul is Griffiths got Cole Miller on the way up. Avon head coach Mike Fitch asking for an explanation. I'm sure not one that he'll like, as Cole Miller with 4 points already and a chance to add to that tally here with one more at the stripe. Cole Miller's free throw is good, and it's 5-2 North Ridgeville. 2 minutes into this contest. Little full court press here for North Ridgeville. No problem for Avon. Well, right as I say that, Abdul and Brooks good, not on the same page. Boy, they had numbers in transition. That pass, though, just not on point from Abdul to the cutting Brooks good.
Yeah, they're going to have to regroup here because Ridgeville is going to take advantage here. Turnover, and they've got some momentum now. Granted, just the 5 points out of just Cole Miller, but somebody's going to get going soon.
Here comes Mason Allison, and he carried it. Mason Allison turning it over on his way to the rim, so Avon gets the possession right back.
Went for the gather a little too early there, I think, is what happened. Kids playing too many video games.
Yeah, right. I like the usage of Cole Miller in that high screen and roll action, though. Make these bigs for Avon come out and defend. Don't let them get, nice and cozy underneath the basket. Joey Ziegler going to work on offense. Kicks it down low to Sam Griffiths. One-on-one with Cole Miller. What a size matchup that is. And Miller wins that one. Griffiths threw it away. Allison one-on-one with Dean Abdul. Goes right into the chest of Abdul. Nice verticality on the defense there by Abdul. But North Ridgeville keeps the possession alive. It's a nice take and nice defense there as well. And I respect the officials there, letting them play inside. Very easily could have whistled that one, but they let it go, and I think rightfully so. Mason Allison back to work now. Has a little speed advantage here over Sam Griffiths. Can't get by him, though, and then throws it away. He was looking for Colton Mack on the backdoor cut. Dean Abdul stuck a paw in there and knocked it free.
Mike Fitch, a quick conversation with Joey Ziegler and says, get this reorganized.
Got to get something going on offense. They are a little stuck in the mud right now. Without a field goal 3 minutes into this one, just the 2 free throws right now from Gavin Kittleberger has been it. Kittleberger, a transfer from Lutheran West. Nice prestigious program over there in the Fairview Park area. As Kittleberger tries one to step inside the line. May have been some contact. They don't call it. Kittleberger missed it short. Rebound to Ridgeville. 3 ball on the way. No. Baker missed that one long and strong. Rebound to Sam Griffiths inside. So both teams just kind of feeling this one out here, I think, in the first 4 minutes. Not unlike what we've seen so far in the postseason, Jared. Even on the girls' side, the first couple minutes of these district games have kind of been a feel-it-out situation, as Abdul, a little too physical there with Mason Allison, commits the foul, so that possession goes right back to North Ridgeville.
A lot of contact there. What I would say, too, along with that, there's a lot more emotions going on in this one than we've seen in a tournament game yet, which is tough because we've seen some good tournament basketball, but this is a packed house, a raucous student section, and 2 teams that, just face it, respect each other but don't like each other.
I would agree with that sentiment. Jackson Compton checks in for the first time here tonight. He replaces Colton Mack for North Ridgeville. Cole Miller with the basketball, one-on-one with Sam Griffiths. Now gives it up to Luke Rowe. Again, he was our player to watch tonight for North Ridgeville. Rowe, nice little shot fake inside. Turnaround jumper, no, off back iron. Rebound to Avon. It's a shot, though, I think North Ridgeville head coach Ben Chase likes and will live with throughout the course of the contest. Ziegler inside. Yeah, he traveled on his way down to the floor. Didn't get that basketball up before he fell. And that'll be another turnover now for Avon. They're piling those up in a hurry as we get a substitution here. It'll be Holden Krugman for Avon.
Take a 30-second.
And he'll take a 30. No, right on, Jared. We'll take one as well. 3:54 left to play here in this first quarter. It's North Ridgeville on the road with a 5-2 lead over Avon. We're right back here after this.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Back at Avon, a 5-2 North Ridgeville lead with 3:54 left to play here in this first quarter. A reminder, tomorrow night, myself, Jared Kozar, and Nick Hershey will be the third man in our crew. We'll be at Keystone as Jeff Holzhauer's Wildcats welcome in the Bobcats of Norway, led by longtime head coach Brian West in a Division II District Semifinal. What a year it's been for Jeff Holzhauer and those Keystone Wildcats. Liam Gorin, Colt Cowling, 2 of the most prolific players, top scorers in the county. They're looking to advance to a district final tomorrow against Norway, and as Cole Miller, after the timeout, just took that one right into the teeth of the defense and laid it in for 2. Right now, Cole Miller, he's just having his way, Jared, against the Avon defense.
At the season average right now with 3:30 left to play in the first quarter.
Boy, yeah. 7 points per game, and he's matched that, as you said, 5.5 into this one. Good defense as that pass from Ziegler was contested well. They get it into Krugman. He goes up strong with it. No, off the iron. And a rebound here to North Ridgeville. Luke Rowe up ahead now to Duke Baker, who resets it up top to Cole Miller, then gets it right back. Duke Baker, the senior guard, at 13 points per game. Gives it up to Luke Rowe now. Those two can certainly get going on offense in a hurry. And right there, that's a nice scoop layup by Luke Rowe. Got by the defender, went underneath the arms of the shot blocker, and put it in for two. And it's 9-2 North Ridgeville. What a start here for the Rangers. Oh, nice backdoor cut there by Brooks Good. Got one shot blocker off his feet. Miller there on the help, and then he got Good on the way up. And I don't think anybody in Navy Blue here liked that call, but it's a foul on Cole Miller and 2 free throws for Brooks Good.
Yeah, the 14 foul, so they're going to be real careful this remaining 2:49. But you're right, Brooks Good did a lot of movement in the paint there, and I think they were thinking to themselves, this isn't going to work out from you from where you're at underneath the bucket.
First free throw from Brooks, off the iron, no good. Another substitution here for Avon. It'll be Hayden Stefanchik into the basketball game for the first time here tonight.
Scoring update from Lakewood. It is Amherst up on Lakewood at the end of 1, 14-8.
All right, good for Pat Bray and the Amherst Comets. Cam Troyer in for Avon as well, the junior off the bench, as Brooks Good makes good on that second free throw. He splits the pair, and it's 9-3 North Ridgeville. 2:45 and counting left to play here in this first quarter. Division II District Semifinal here at Avon tonight. Mason Allison charging inside. Ball was tipped out of bounds into the student section. Avon head coach Mike Fitch, palms to the sky, saying, how's that not off the knee of Mason Allison? He may have a case the way that ball just kind of rocketed into the student section.
It was projectile.
Yep. North Ridgeville basketball nonetheless as they get it inbounds to Allison once again. Swings it up top to Baker, now into the hands of Luke Rowe. Rowe, met by Stefanchik. Got cut off there on the baseline, looking for somebody to pass it to. Now finds Cole Miller. Miller to a cutting Baker, who lays it in for two. That's great basketball there by North Ridgeville. Patience all the way around and a nice feed to the cutting Duke Baker. It's 11-3 North Ridgeville.
Really good movement. When you get the ball in the hands of an athlete, anything can happen, and Duke Baker certainly checks the boxes as an athlete that's pretty special.
Rangers look very comfortable on the offensive side of the basketball right now, whereas Avon does not. Rowe goes spilling down to the floor as Troyer lost him, and then that ball went out of bounds. It'll go right back to North Ridgeville. So seems like one step forward, 2 steps back right now for Avon as North Ridgeville has had control this entire first quarter.
Yeah, and Mike Fitch is wondering what I have to do to get a field goal. Again, the 3 points, they're all at the line.
Well, that one had him hunched over, hands were on the knees, and that's early in a contest for a high school head coach to be doing that. But again, lots on the line here in this district semi. The lob to Cole Miller was contested well. Ben Chase wants the foul call, he won't get it. And a layup on the other end for Troyer, took it right into the defender, and the junior for Avon gets their first field goal right there. Miller tries his luck for 3, that wasn't no good. Rebound to Brooks Good for Avon. I'm sorry, that's Trevor Sikora. I'm looking at the Ridgeville roster. That's Sikora for Avon, not Cam Troyer. My apologies. Had the rosters confused there, so my apologies there. Trevor Sikora had that bucket for Avon. My apologies there. As Baker tries again for 3. That one no good off back iron. Rebound again to Brooks for Avon.
This is where the
seconds left now.
Eagles can steal a little bit of momentum here.
Absolutely.
They've got a bucket. Ridgeville's missed their last 2.
And you'd like to think, if you're Avon, if you can get this down to a 1-possession game by the end of 1, for how good of a first quarter this was for North Ridgeville, you'd feel okay with that. Joey Ziegler with the basketball. When's he going to get going? That's my question right now, I think. He forces it toward the rim. Count it, and the foul. He says, I think I'll choose right now to get going. Thank you very much, as Duke Baker committing the foul. That's a big one, as that'll be his second.
Talk about a guy that doesn't miss cues at the rehearsal. That is Joey Ziegler. He heard you and then got going right there. And a lot of contact there, but he stood in there and took it, was able to convert, and now has a shot here to make it a 3-point play. And as you mentioned, if they can play good defense, they might be able to get out of here as a 1-possession game.
And it is a 1-possession game as Ziegler makes good on that and 1 free throw. He'll exit the ball game here for this final defensive stand. And again, that's a big one, as Ben Chase has some decision-making to do once that second quarter hits, Jared. That's 2 on Duke Baker, his second leading scorer. So 35 seconds left now to play in this first quarter. Cole Miller with the basketball, met by Sam Griffiths. Miller taking it inside, little turnaround. Jay is good. Wow, nice take there by Cole Miller. Poised, controlled, all the way to the rack. 2 more for Miller. It's 13-8. Cole right now doing a lot with 9 points for North Ridgeville. Down to 12 seconds now for Avon. What can they get here on their final offensive possession? Caden Clapham into the ball game here for the first time. Sikora has it, fires it far side. I think that's Ziegler, or Brooks Good rather. He tries his luck off the side of the backboard, no good. Good contest there for North Ridgeville. And Ben Chase and his Ranger coaching staff clapping it up after that first quarter, and why not? North Ridgeville with a 13-8 lead over Avon here on the road after one. We're back with second quarter action after this timeout.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Back at Avon, it is a 13-8 North Ridgeville lead over the Eagles in this Division II District Semifinal. When these two teams met on January 20th right here at Avon, North Ridgeville a winner in that one, 60-49 was the final score. Two big things happened for the Rangers in that ball game, Jared. First and foremost, they used a 22-0 scoring run. That'll certainly play large in a game like that, but they also went 8 of 14 from the three-point line, whereas Avon in that one, Jared, just 1 of 7 from deep, and that was on their home floor. So I think Avon right now, they're wanting to see some of those perimeter jump shots fall through. Otherwise, again, this could be home lost territory to the Rangers.
So the tough math for both programs, nobody hit a three in that first quarter of play.
So 13-8 our score at the start of this second quarter. Cole Miller leading all scorers right now with 9. Joey Ziegler out in front for Avon with 3. Rowe, wide open 3 from the corner. That one no good. Stick back from Miller, no good as well. Rebound to Sam Griffiths inside for Avon. It's about as open as Luke Rowe might be all night long. Just couldn't see that one through. And a foul on Jackson Compton as Gavin Kittleberger was being hounded by Compton. He can't believe it. Neither can North Ridgeville head coach Ben Chase. But it's a foul on Compton nonetheless. It'll be his first.
I think Ben Chase is sort of saying, you guys beat me up a little bit in that first quarter. We took it. We weathered that storm. Again, Duke Baker on the bench with 2 fouls. But, what else do I have to do right now?
So big minutes now for Jackson Compton, and he's got to be careful with one personal now, as that's a nice take inside by Sikora, but he lost it as Miller slid over for some help defense. It's out of bounds right back to North Ridgeville.
And during the pregame, we talked about that. Avon, all kinds of height and depth. Ridgeville, a really good starting unit out there, and a couple of guys off the bench that contribute, but past that, I don't think they go more than 8.
Well, Cole Miller kind of holding down that interior right now for North Ridgeville single-handedly. He's really done a nice job against Abdul and Griffiths, the two bigs out there for Avon. Mason Allison, nice blow-by move there. Looked to kick it to the corner, and then he lost it out of bounds. Abdul may have got a hand on it. It hit off Allison's knee, and it goes back to Avon as Joey Ziegler returns for the Eagles. He will replace Trevor Sikora. Saw Avon once this season in a non-conference affair over at Brookside. They beat up on Larry Babbix and the Cards a little bit that night. Never got to see North Ridgeville in person this season until this moment.
Well, you talk about a common opponent, Brookside. Not league play notwithstanding, they both played Brookside. Right. They both got a win against Brookside, but Brookside, not your average team coming out of the Lorain County League.
That's a credit to Coach Larry Babbix, Chris Atkins, athletic director over there at Brookside, for kind of beefing up that non-conference schedule a little bit, as there's a mid-range jumper off the mark for Avon. Rebound for North Ridgeville. A lot of one-and-dones for Avon on the offensive side of the basketball, Jared. Obviously, if you're Mike Fitch, you'd love to see some of those shots just go through, but they're not really getting any offensive rebounds on that side either.
Right, which you wouldn't think would be the case based on the lineups.
Allison inside to Miller, tried to thread the needle to a cutting Colton Mack. That pass just never there, though, intercepted by Avon. Euro step by Kittleberger inside, and he gets hammered by Cole Miller on the way up. And that's 2 free throws for Gavin Kittleberger. And Jared, that's also 2 fouls now on Cole Miller. So him and Duke Baker each with 2 now for the Rangers.
Yeah, there's a lot of foul trouble. It's not significant trouble until you pick up that third, but now you're going to be without Cole Miller for a significant part of this second period, one would think, as Avon goes to the line and Kittleberger hits the first.
So Kittleberger up to 3 points now in the contest, all from the free throw line. And there is Duke Baker quickly back into the ball game now for North Ridgeville. He replaces Luke Rowe. So Baker got to be careful with those two personals. One more here for Kittleberger, that one good. Gavin Kittleberger with 4 points. Again, he scored just in the single-digit territory in both of the regular season matchups for Avon, so he's hoping to get himself going. Again, his nightly average right at 11 points per game, and he picks the pocket of Mason Allison right there. Compton trying to huck it down, and Kittleberger throws it down. Oh. Elevate to the cup, young man. Gavin Kittleberger launching off of 2 feet. Avon within one, just like that. And now Compton loses the basketball, and it's a kickball going against Avon, so it'll stay with North Ridgeville. As these Ranger guards right now, Jared, just trying to do a little too much. I think they did a good job in that first quarter, really just getting that basketball moving around the perimeter, then attacking inside. Too much dribbling, I think, these last couple of possessions.
You're seeing that. Now they're in the teeth of that student section. Kittleberger brought them to life.
Man-to-man defense for Avon so far in this contest. Miller, nice shot fake to get Griffiths off his feet a little bit. Then got stuck underneath. Miller, a little English, couldn't get it. Baker stick back, no good. Miller again, I think he got away with a walk. Mike Finch can't believe it. Allison open three, no, off front iron. And look at Cole Miller, another chance inside. He is working his tail off right now, Jared.
With the 2 fouls.
Allison on the blow-by off glass, it's good. Allison, a little more fleet of foot, you could say, than Sam Griffiths is, and he went right by the big guy in white for Avon. 2 more for North Ridgeville, their lead back up to 3. Oh, nice skip pass from Ziegler to an open Brooks, good. He tees one up, that one in and out. Abdul on the follow, no, and then Baker fouled him, and that's his 3rd. Oh, man, you don't want to give up the easy one inside, Jared, but I think if you're Duke Baker, you're obviously more valuable on the floor than you are off of it. And I think that's one where you just got to give up the 2 to Abdul.
Everybody's got to know the situation in terms of who's got what with the fouls and plan accordingly if you can.
So Luke Rowe over to the scores table, presumably for him, as Abdul misses that first free throw. So, I know you're sending not a fantastic free throw shooter to the line in Abdul if you're Duke Baker there. You're kind of doing what your instincts tell you to do, and that's to not give up the easy 2, but still.
Principally, it was about not picking up the foul.
Abdul, just a 42% free throw shooter. He misses both, so I guess you get that if you are North Ridgeville. But again, Duke Baker, I would assume he's done for the half and maybe even some of that 3rd quarter. 15-12 North Ridgeville, though. 4:45 left to play in this first half. Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show coming up soon. Rowe tries his luck for a 3. It's pure. Luke Rowe, his 2nd field goal of the night, his first 3 ball. And North Ridgeville up by 6 now. It's 18-12 Rangers.
First 3 for either team comes at the 4.5-minute mark.
Look at this defense by Jackson Compton, and he fouls, and that's just, I think, a bit of a silly one there against Dean Abdul, all the way out near that 10-foot volleyball line. And so for Compton, that's his 2nd. And again, if you're the reserve guards for North Ridgeville, you got to be careful in your own right because your starting guard, or one of them at least, and Duke Baker, he's got 3. He can't come back in this half.
Right. And we talked about it, not necessarily the deepest of teams out there.
So Compton, and again, it's just, and Ben Chase immediately signaling towards his bench. That's just not smart basketball there by Jackson Compton. And I'm trying not to pick on the young man too much because it's postseason basketball. You're trying to play aggressive defense. I understand that, but now if you're Compton, you have 3. And I think that was Cole Allison, the junior, that Ben Chase signaled over towards the bench after that foul. And that's 5 team fouls now this quarter for North Ridgeville, Jared. So 2 more free throws for Kittleberger. He hasn't missed there, or he's missed 1 tonight. He misses a 2nd right there.
And you see the coaching staff just telling their guys, hey, be smart. Come on. We're in the penalty now, back-to-back quarters, this time with more than half of the period to play.
Well, and that's just one where, Gavin Kittleberger, fantastic offensive player, no question. But he's not launching from that volleyball line, Jared. I mean, he's really not a threat until he gets a step or 2 behind the 3-point line. He was still well beyond that. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think if you're Compton, you got to be smarter, but Kittleberger misses both. So the silly foul from Baker and Compton lead to an 0-for-4 stretch from the free throw line there for Avon. So it's an area that we'll have to keep an eye on. Certainly could come back to bite the Eagles when this one's all said and done. Luke Rowe now to Colton Mack, now to Cole Miller. One-on-one with the likes of, that was 14 for Avon. That's Holden Krugman. Kind of at the bottom of my score sheet there as Rowe now works off a Cole Miller screen, kicks it to Mack in the corner. Brooks good out to contest that. Now right back to Luke Rowe. 3:48 and counting left to play in this first half. Rowe stops and pops from the elbow. That one no good. Rebound to Brooks, good. He's been eating the glass tonight for Avon. Need some of those other Eagles to help out, at least on the offensive glass, in my opinion. Ziegler now with Cole Allison. He'll try his luck from about 18 feet, and that's good. Wow. Nice shot there from Joey Ziegler. Much needed field goal for him, just his second of the game, first of this quarter. Avon back within 4. Mason Allison, the baseline drive to a cutting Cole Allison, and it's sent away inside by Krugman. Nice defense there on the interior for Avon. Ziegler up ahead now, works off a Krugman screen. Krugman popped off of it, nothing doing there. Now he swings it to Holden. Now into the hands of Dean Abdul. Abdul, they left him alone. The Thunder and the slam.
Tough to lose him defensively, but there again, maybe you're a little bit gun shy in terms of what you want to do, and a timeout's called.
And much needed one, I think, for North Ridgeville head coach Ben Chase. It is a full timeout. We'll step aside, take a breather ourselves. 3:01 left to play in this first half. It's 18-16 North Ridgeville in front of Avon. We're right back with more tournament basketball after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
3:01 left to play in this first half. 18-16 is the North Ridgeville lead over Avon. Our good buddy Mike Rush delivering some scores. Jared, do you want to pass those along for us?
We do have 23-18 in favor of the Amherst Comets over at Lakewood this evening. And taking a look at what else he has. Yep, that is what we have.
Mason Limers in as 8 or a 9 for Amherst. As Comets look to be having some success against a 2-3 zone defense for Lakewood. That's the coach in Mike Rush right there, delivering some of the ins and outs of that game happening over at Lakewood. But good for Pat Bray and his Comets. Good first half of ball there. As, Luke Rowe kind of mishandled that basketball on the inbound. Mike Fitch is saying, wait a minute, that's a turnover. And
I'm inclined to agree.
If I was in his shoes, I would be a little animate as well. But he'll let it go as the focus now turns to defense for the guys in white. They're down to deuce with 2:50 left to play in this first half. Miller with the basketball inside to a cutting Cole Allison rather. Colton Mack now has it up top. He faces the double team, nearly lost it. As Avon's doing a good job of really stunting at the ball handlers. They're quickly showing that double team and then they're backing off. It's creating a little bit of indecisiveness right now, I think, for North Ridgeville. As that Allison to Allison connection wasn't there. Good hands inside by Avon to knock it away. As Caden Clapham returns for the Eagles, he'll replace Brooks Good.
Yeah, and you get another guy out there that isn't afraid to mix it up defensively, and Clapham gives up a little bit of size in terms of what you exchange for Good, but a guy that's just very, very capable of doing what they want to do. And again, a football player knows for the ball.
Mason Allison gets it to Luke Rowe to a cutting Cole Miller. That one lands in the Avon student section. Turnover, give it back to the Eagles. So Avon, a chance now to take the lead, and I don't think they've led in this one. North Ridgeville struck first. Kittelberger hit that free throw, but that still left them down, I think, at the time. And now Avon is tied, as that's a nice take inside by Joey Ziegler. He's starting to get himself going a little bit here in this second quarter. 7 points for him, and we're squared at 18 apiece. 2:10 left to play in this first half. Again, Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show coming up at the break. Make sure you stay with us. We'll go over some of the individual and team numbers from the first half of play here at Avon. And look at some scores from around the area, as well as Rowe inside. Got bumped by Clapham on his way to the hole. And they're going to say that's 2 shots for Luke Rowe as Clapham picks up his first personal. Just the first team foul here on Avon in the second quarter as well.
Appeared to be pretty solid defense out of Clapham there. I didn't know if there was any contact, but sometimes you look at that team fouls 5-1 and make a decision based on that.
Yeah. Well, and I'm with Mike Fitch because there was a take, and I think it was Ziegler or Good. It was one of the two on this end had a take where I thought they were in the shooting motion. They didn't give him the 2 free throws. They called it on the floor, and I thought maybe you could have done the same thing here with Luke Rowe. He did put it up at the rim by the time the contact had finished, but I thought when the contact had happened, he was not yet in that shooting motion. And as we all know, basically anything outside of the NBA, they don't really give you that kind of leniency with the continuation. But they do here, and Rowe makes good on that first free throw. Substitution here now for North Ridgeville. Hayden Stefanchik checks in for the first time. That was not him earlier in the game. That was Caden Clapham. I just had my rosters mixed up in front of me. So Stefanchik, his first minutes now here for North Ridgeville. One more free throw for Rowe.
Sikora, I believe. Oh, no, you're right.
Well, I mixed up. I mixed up Clapham and Sikora, correct. But for Ridgeville, I think this is Stefanchik's first appearance here as Rowe makes good on both free throws. So
I was not trying to pile on, buddy.
That's okay. I've goofed here at Avon before with relaying some information to our lovely listeners, so don't put it past me to do it again. Nice steal by Mason Allison. He just jumped in front of that pass. Allison went for the slam and he missed it. Oh no! Mason Allison had Joey Ziegler trailing him, and I think he heard the footsteps, Jared. He just couldn't send that one through. Probably the right idea to go for the dunk with the taller Ziegler behind him. He might have pinned that one on the backboard, but just couldn't convert. Ziegler step back, no, but a whistle before, and it'll be a foul on the floor. And who was that on? That was on Stefanchik. It was away from the ball.
Right, yeah, it'll be Krugman that's going to get the free throws. Guess he got moved out of the way by their creating a little space there.
Interesting. So 2 free throws here for Holden Krugman. Sophomore off the bench for Avon at 5 points per game. His first free throw is good.
Just another one of those ho-hum 6'5" guys from Avon.
Right. 83% he shoots it from the stripe, though, Jared. Pretty nice number there for Holden Krugman. Yeah, ho-hum's right, man. Got 6'5", 2 of those on the roster. They got 6'6", and Sam Griffiths. My goodness. One more for Krugman. It's good. We're tied at 20.
Give Brooks Good another year. He'll be 6'5", 6'6".
The old Nushi family doctor once told a young Rocco, young man, you'll be at least 6 feet tall, and I wound up about 4 inches short of that. So if any of these gentlemen have a couple of inches to spare in that height department, I would certainly take it, but probably a little too late for me in that department, my friend.
Struggled in the same area.
Well, happens to the best of us. Us Italians, you know, Jared, not really known for our height, which is unfortunate to say the least. And now a block goes against Avon, and that will be Clapham as he bumped Luke Rowe on his way to the rack. And that'll be on the floor, so a baseline out of bounds situation here, as it's just the second team foul on Avon. Gavin Kittleberger returns for the Eagles. He will replace Caden Clapham, who will take a seat with those 2 personals.
1:02 left to go. This is really anybody's game, obviously, at a 20-point all, but whoever finishes strong in this 1:02, huge.
Nice nice cut by Colton Mack, and a nice job by Mason Allison, on the inbound to find him. That's 2 more for North Ridgeville. They're back in front by 2, 22-20, 50 seconds left now in this first half. Nice cut by Krugman, and it's blocked from behind. Mason Allison sent it away. Mike Fitch again pleading for a foul call, not going to get it. And it's another baseline out of bounds situation here for the guys in white.
Really good pass by Ziegler. No look variety to find him inside.
Dean Abdul works himself free on the inbound. Taking Luke Rowe on the baseline, kicks it out to Kittleberger. Thought about launching that lefty 3, instead puts it on the floor. Good recovery there by Colton Mack. Kittleberger had to give it up to Abdul. Now he goes to work as Luke Rowe comes out to switch on to him. Nice switch there by Cole Miller to get himself in a position to be on the help side. And Colton Mack a little too handsy there with Gavin Kittleberger, and that's 2 more free throws for Gavin. As, again, these guards for North Ridgeville, Jared, they're just kind of headless fouls right now, because in that situation, for Colton Mack, I know you're maybe at a speed disadvantage there against Kittleberger, but if you bump and foul him, you're just giving him free throws.
I think it's the first step that's getting these guys right off of that pass. When they get that, the first step has them baffled a little bit, and to compensate, they create the contact.
Kittleberger good on that first free throw. Sam Griffiths back into the ballgame for Avon, and it's Duke Baker back in for North Ridgeville. And I like what Ben Chase is doing here. You're getting an offensive threat because you're going to get one more look at the basket. But boy, oh boy, if you're Duke Baker, I mean, you cannot do anything silly to pick up foul number 4 as Kittleberger splits the pair, missing that second free throw. And Stefanchik races it into the front court. He launches for 3. Maybe an ill-advised look there for Stefanchik. And he missed it. Joey Ziegler there to clear the board. Now Duke Baker's going to have to play defense.
Yeah, and I think Ben Chase, hands on the hip, saying this is not what we talked about.
No. Ziegler works off a Sam Griffiths screen. Cole Miller switches on to Joey. He'll launch for 3. It's pure! And North Ridgeville unable to get a shot off at the buzzer. Allison launches into the student section. And just like that, Jared, a Joey Ziegler 3 will give Avon their first lead. And what do we got here? Mike Fitch talking with the officials, the 2 sides not heading to the locker room. What do we got?
Is he saying there was a foul?
The officials talking about it with two head coaches. Mike Fitch can't believe it.
I think he's going to get teed.
Can't believe it.
I think Mike Fitch could get.
Is that what it was? Was it a technical? I couldn't hear the public address announcer. But
Luke Rowe shooting free throws.
Free throws, what is it? We'll have to try to work to get an explanation there. I have no idea what happened. Is Rowe, did that come from the student section, potentially? But the clock had expired by the time that ball landed in the student section. I was thinking maybe one of them touched it early, but I don't know. So we'll have to see if we can figure out what happened there. Mike Fitch still adamant that whatever the call was is not something he is a fan of. And Rowe, good on both free throws. So just like that, when you thought Avon had some momentum heading into the locker room, and I think they still do, but North Ridgeville, they kind of quiet that a little bit with those two gimme free throws, and we're tied at 24 as we head to halftime. And that brought to you here on WEOL by our friends at Mallard Creek Golf Club. Reserve your tee time today and play your next round at the Duck. That is Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. So again, we're tied at 24 here at the half at Avon in this Division II District Semifinal. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll look at some of the individual scoring numbers and get you updated on some scores from around the area as well. Again, our score here at the break, Avon 24, North Ridgeville 24. We're back after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information. It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
So shout out cameraman extraordinaire, the Spregosaurus Rex, Zach Sprague. What did you do, march down to the scores table there to figure that one out? All right, so that technical foul was assessed to Trevor Sikora for Avon, so I guess I'll add one foul for him in that scorebook. But we don't know what he did, neither does the scores table, right? Zach, they gave you no explanation on that? All right, so all we know is Trevor Sikora somehow, some way picked up a technical foul. You'd probably assume because there wasn't any egregious action that we saw on the floor or on our camera, so you would assume something was said or muttered, uttered, whatever. But nonetheless, we are tied here at 24. It was a Joey Ziegler 3-ball that put Avon ahead 24-22, but then that technical foul literally at the buzzer, maybe even after the buzzer, gifted Luke Rowe 2 free throws. He hit them both, and we are tied at 24 here at the half. And our halftime show here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel is brought to you by our friends at Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. Reserve your tee time today. Play your next round at the Duck. Looking at some of these individual scoring numbers, we'll first start with North Ridgeville. Cole Miller, man, explosive in that first quarter. He was all 9 of his points coming in that first quarter, but again, he was scoreless in that second frame. He, along with Luke Rowe, each leading the way for North Ridgeville with 9. Duke Baker has 2, Mason Allison has 2, as does Colton Mack, and there is the scoring totals right now for North Ridgeville. And for Avon, Joey Ziegler, the lead man right now. He is their leading scorer at 15 points per game. He's got 10 here at the halfway point. Gavin Kittleberger has 7. Dean Abdul has 2. Brooks Good has 1. And off the bench, Trevor Sikora and Holden Krugman, each with 2 points apiece. Again, giving us a halftime score of 24 all here at Avon between the Eagles and the Rangers of North Ridgeville. Well, while Jared continues to tally some team numbers and some scores from around the area, why don't we sneak in another timeout? Again, lots of spots to get to, lots of sponsors to thank here tonight. It's always a good thing here in postseason basketball, but we will be right back with more of our Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Back at Avon, it is a 24-all ball game between the Eagles and the Rangers of North Ridgeville in this Division II District Semifinal. Rocconucci, Jared Kozar, Zach Sprague, all here with you guys tonight. Big thanks to everybody tuning in right now on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Again, Jared has been tallying some team stats from that first half. He's got some scores from in and around the area as well, as it really starts to heat up here these past two, or last week and really this week, the two big ones here as far as Lorain County tournament basketball is concerned. Jared, what do you got for us as far as numbers and scores go?
Well, pretty even when you talk about 24-24, but that's not always the case, and we'll get into that momentarily for Ridgeville in that first half of play. The Rangers, the visiting team, 9 of 26 from the field, 35% on the evening to this point, 1 of 8 from downtown, 5 of 5 at the line. They've done their job there. They haven't gone there as much as they'd like to, but hey, they convert when they're there. 16 rebounds versus 7 turnovers. I don't think that anybody here thought that they would be winning the rebounding battle here at the break. Certainly I didn't, spirit of full disclosure. But, 16 rebounds for the Rangers in that first half of play. Cole Miller was put to work early and often. It wasn't just Cole Miller, but I think when you see a guy like that working hard, battling inside, it sets the tone, and everybody says, I want to go help him out. I want to get my share too. And you saw a team effort on the boards for the Rangers in the first half of play. For Avon, problem there, they just haven't had a whole lot of looks at the bucket. 7 of 16 from the field, 44%, hitting it when they do, but just not, the split that I think they would like. What they've done is attack inside. Ridgeville in foul trouble in both quarters. 9 of 15 from the stripe, 60% there, so room for improvement, but they've had opportunities. 12 rebounds, 7 turnovers in the first half of play. Avon, 1 of 3 from distance in that first half of play. Scores from around the area, trying to keep you up to date on this. It is Brookside over Orville, 28-20 at the intermission there.
All right.
It is Amherst, as we mentioned, on top of Lakewood, 23-18, and Elyria over Medina, 30-22. So some, no blowouts really going on here as such right now, and certainly that's true to Hoyle here as well.
Well, we didn't think
Tied
there
at
would be,
24.
though.
No, I agree. I think Vermillion probably has their hands full with Perkins. That's another game going on tonight. And, of course, it is North Canton Hoover and Olmsted Falls doing battle in girls basketball here this evening. And, again, the winner of that one would play in a regional final Friday evening over at Medina. If it is Olmsted Falls, there's a pretty good possibility we'll have that one for you online on one of our platforms.
Yeah, we don't quite have Friday or Saturday figured out yet. Thursday, we know we won't have anything. There's no options or possibilities anywhere for us on Thursday. We do know tomorrow we will be in Jeff Holzhauer country. Keystone Wildcats welcoming the Norwayne Bobcats for a Division V District Semifinal. It'll be myself, Jared, and Nick Hershey on the call for that one tomorrow. And Jared, just for funsies, I'll pass along a college basketball score that I'm sure at least some of our listeners and viewers would be interested in. Miami of Ohio, 29-0 right now. They are up only 5 over Todd Kowalczyk and the Toledo Rockets at the half. That one is being played in Oxford, so Miami, they found a way to do it in Kalamazoo the other night at the buzzer against Western Michigan. So even against quote-unquote lesser MAC opponents, they just continue to find ways to win, and they're going to make it really, really hard for that tournament selection committee. If they were to fall in Cleveland in the MAC tournament, they're making it hard for them to be left out. 3
regular season contests remain for them heading into play today. Toledo's a really good test for them to close out the season with 3 games left to go, and I think if you win tonight, you are in.
I would agree. You got to get them to 30-0, and I think it'd be really hard to have a conversation in which you don't let them in at that point. As there is our Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. Reserve your tee time. Play your next round at the Duck. Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. So here we go. Second half underway. All tied at 24. As it was a really good start for North Ridgeville. Avon really clawed their way back into this one, and 16 minutes left to decide a district semifinal winner. As that's a nice take by Brooks. Good. Count it. The hoop and the harm. Took it right into the chest of Mason Allison, who picks up his first personal. And Brooks good after just 1 point in that first half. It came from the free throw line, obviously. His first field goal there and a chance to add to his total here.
And Ben Chase is thinking, it's not North Ridgeville basketball if we don't foul in the first 30 seconds right now.
Yeah,
is the way he feels. He's kind of a one man on an island over there right now.
Well, I think that increase in fouling, Jared, really helped Avon get back into this one. It sent some guys to the free throw line, and I know they've still scuffled a little bit at the charity stripe, but just seeing one go through for some of your shooters, if you're head coach Mike Fitch, right, that's got to feel good for those guys, and we'll see if that pays any dividends here in this second half. Ridgeville down by 3. As Miller takes it inside, and he got bumped from behind, I thought. Head coach Ben Chase can't believe it. He may got poked in the eye as well. Cole Miller a little slow to get back now. Kittleberger tries his luck from the baseline. No. Miller comes soaring in for the rebound and nearly throws it away to Mason Allison, who got it back to Miller. Now Allison gets it right back. He scoots by Abdul, throws it to Rowe in the corner. He tees up a healthy 3. No. Off back iron. Rebound Gavin Kittleberger. So just, 1 3 ball in that first half for Avon and 1 for North Ridgeville as well. As Brooks good, gets Miller off his feet. That elevates and scores. That's great patience on the rim attack there by Brooks good. And just like that, he's got 5 to start this third quarter. And this little 5-0 run all by himself gives the Eagles a 5-point lead. Baker tries for 3. That one off backboard, no good. One and done there as Good secures the defensive rebound. How about a 3 from Abdul? That one's up no good. And Griffiths just out jumps Colton Mack. Ziegler for 3. No, off back iron. Rebound Brooks good. His stick back rolls around and in. And it's a timeout for Ben Chase. It's a 7-0 run for Avon to start this third quarter, all off the back of Brooks good. We'll step aside and sneak in at 30 ourselves. 5:56 left to play in this third quarter. Avon leads North Ridgeville 31-24. We're back after this.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
31-24 our score with 5:56 left to play in the third. About a 7-0 run, Jared, for Brooks Good to start this third quarter. He can't be stopped right now.
And after kind of struggling a little bit in the first half, you know, I think he just had a free throw. Yeah, exactly. And you know, came back out there and either something was said, a fire was lit in that intermission, but it could be, you know, the momentum in a weird way of the technical going into that break.
Sure. And Abdul picks off an errant pass there. Abdul the other way, elevates and finishes. Boy, and that is not what you want if you're North Ridgeville head coach Ben Chase. You call the 30-second timeout to get your guys to try to stop the bleeding, and you give up a half-court turnover, leads to a fast break layup the other way, and now another near turnover, and it is. And you know what, Jared, I'm just going to be honest here and not trying to call out the official. I just don't think he saw that one. He had to make a decision. There are a lot of hands, a lot of bodies in there. I don't think that was off of Mason Allison. I think it was off Abdul, but it's Avon basketball.
Yeah, I don't know that it was quite 50-50 in terms of being able to do that, like you said.
It's a tough job, though. Tough job. I know there's
Thankless.
3 of them out there, and it is. You are absolutely correct with that, my friend. Good. He passed it right into the feet of Cole Miller, and it's out of bounds with the cheerleaders. It'll stay Avon basketball. Cole Miller very animated during that last North Ridgeville timeout, trying to pump his guys up, saying, hey, we got to put a body on somebody. We got to play some defense. This is not how we started this ball game, and if we don't do something right now, this one's going to get away from us. Brooks Good tees up for 3. It's good. Brooks Good has exploded here in this third quarter. 10 points this frame, and it's a 12-point lead for Avon just like that. North Ridgeville in some big trouble now. Miller inside, lost the basketball. Duke Baker there to save the possession, though, to Allison. They'll work it around the horn now to Jackson Compton, and did he shuffle the shoes? He did. Turnover. That has Mike Fitch and the Avon Eagle bench fired up, and for good reason, as they have owned the first 3 minutes and change of this third quarter. North Ridgeville, they're just out of sorts.
Huge effort to start this third quarter, and Brooks Good, the one-man wrecking crew. But talk about that Eagle defense, too, just making people feel out of sorts in terms of not taking care of the basketball if you're North Ridgeville.
Kittleberger hits the deck. No travel call there on the loose ball. He'll swing it around now to Joey Ziegler. Into the corner now. Sam Griffiths has it. Griffiths charging inside. Boy, he got raked across the arms. No foul call. He couldn't finish. Brooks Good. Stick back was not there. North Ridgeville able to clear the defensive glass. Duke Baker up ahead of the pack. Gives it up to Mason Allison. Now to Cole Miller. He'll tee up a 3-ball. Line driver, no good. A rebound to Joey Ziegler for Avon. The offensive rebounds haven't been there nearly as much now for North Ridgeville. I wonder how much energy Cole Miller really spent in that first quarter doing what he did. Ziegler missed that 3-ball. Rebound to Luke Rowe now for North Ridgeville. He's got some numbers in transition if he wants it. Ziegler right into the defender. It's a block and 1 for Luke Rowe as Joey Ziegler didn't get himself set. And Rowe, count the bucket in the harm, has a chance for one more here at the free throw line.
And there's a guy that needs to get going for Ridgeville for sure in terms of how they're going to work. If they have any prayer coming back in this one, Luke Rowe, real important scorer.
You know, Jared, Mrs. Nushi tuning in from the Homestead, and she also an Akron alum. A little upset I didn't pass along the Zip score at the half, so I'll gladly relay that to her. Zips up over Central Michigan 39-33 at the break. So
add that to the list of things that she's upset at you for.
Well
within her right.
Like the good partner I try to be at times, I will oblige that request. As Rowe with one more free throw here. That one's good. So Rowe, he had 7 points in that second quarter. Took him a while to get going in the scoring column here in the third, but he does so there. It's a 9-point deficit for North Ridgeville. Big next, 3.5 minutes here, Jared, for both sides. Avon has a chance, I think, to really put this away. North Ridgeville, they can get back in it with plays like that. Jackson Compton picked the pocket of the Avon guard, and a near turnover. Miller trying to find a cutting Luke Rowe. Abdul poked it out of bounds, so it'll stay with North Ridgeville as Holden Krugman returns for Avon. He'll replace Sam Griffiths.
There you talk about it again. We mentioned it in the first half, 6'5", 6'6", just spelled by 6'5".
That's unbelievable. That is a luxury to have, I think, if you're Mike Fitch and the Avon Eagles, no question. Compton with the basketball, gives it up to Luke Rowe. He'll swing it back up top to Mason Allison. Reverse to Baker. Miller hasn't thought about that 3-ball. Spinning inside. Abdul picked his pocket. Abdul now the other way. Is he going to throw it down? No, he got undercut, I think. Left it short. Here comes Krugman inside. He puts it down. Oh! Krugman for 2, and it's an 11-point edge now for Avon. Boy, I thought Abdul would bring the thunder. Holden there, though, to bring it as Rowe misses that turnaround, Jimmy. Ridgeville head coach Ben Chase can do nothing but shake his head right now. His guys, they're just not getting clean looks on the offensive end. Even when they are, they're not making them now at a high rate. And Avon has all this momentum on their side. Ridgeville got to find a way to slow this down. Free ball from Sikora, rubber rim, no. Krugman there to keep the possession alive. He finally grabs it. Now he looks for somebody to kick it to, and he threw it away right to Mason Allison. Up ahead to Luke Rowe. He saves that basketball from going out of bounds. Now he finds Duke Baker. Baker on the rack attack, righty layup, good. And I think North Ridgeville needs more of that right now, Jared. Duke Baker, with his quickness, he's just got to put his head down and get inside.
Well, and there's another guy we said has to get going for Ridgeville. Cole Miller can only carry you so far. The guards have to do something. And that could be a storyline from Baker having to sit a lot of that first half. Maybe he just didn't get the rhythm he needs, and he's getting it now.
Well, he should have some legs under him as Krugman lines up for three, and that's good. Boy, there's nothing you can do there when 6'5" is crashing the glass like that, and then he steps out beyond the arc and cashes a three ball. That's a tough ask for any kind of defender.
But you talk about the ability of these Avon guys. They can do that.
Yeah.
You've seen Abdul uncork a few. Sam Griffiths, your highlights that you've put together throughout the year, he's been able to step back. And, of course, Brooks Good, no stranger to outside shooting.
Cole Miller tries the answer on the other end. That one no good. A rebound to Avon. Yeah, it's not your big men of the early mid-2000s. There's no Chris Mims out there. Abdul tries to thunder it home. Miller rejected it at the rim. But again, these bigs, they can all hit from the outside, no question. Allison thought about the three ball, and he traveled before he put the ball on the deck. Ball back to Avon. Brooks Good. Gavin Kittleberger return. Dean Abdul. Joey Ziegler each take a seat, or at least I think it's Ziegler. Avon has 6 out there right now. Somebody has to come out, and it will be Ziegler.
Yeah, they figured it out. But this final minute and a half, crucial for Ridgeville. I don't think you can let Avon build on this lead. It's already 12 points. It would be a really big mountain if they were able to extend this going into that fourth period of play.
Well, especially, you consider the start that they had, right? In basketball, we know, all the coaches say it's a 32-minute game at the high school level. You're not going to win or lose a game off the first 3 or 4 minutes most of the time. But, man, North Ridgeville, they had this one early in control, and really Avon has seized the momentum ever since then. Baker coming the other way after the rebound to a cutting Compton off glass is good. Nice reverse finish there by Jackson Compton. His first field goal of the game. North Ridgeville back within 10. As Allison wrapping around Gavin Kittleberger there. Kittleberger asking for a foul. And I'm kind of shocked they didn't call that with some of what they were calling in that first half, but I digress. Ziegler quickly back into the ball game. He'll replace Caden Clapham. Sikora, Kittleberger, Ziegler, Krugman, and Good, the 5 for Avon. It's Allison, Baker, Rowe, Miller, Compton, the 5 for North Ridgeville. 45 seconds left to play here in the third. Avon with a 10-point lead. Winner on to Saturday's district final at Worcester High School, taking on the winner of Stoneman Roll Falls and Medina Highland. Haven't gotten a chance to see if there was any scoring updates from there. So we'll see what we can do perhaps post-game with that. As Krugman inside, boy, he's just having his way this third quarter. Him and Brooks Good have really done some big-time damage here this third quarter. 12-point lead now for the Eagles. Rowe baseline drive, and Krugman shoved him. Head coach Mike Fitch saying, wait a minute, you got to call that on this end too. That was a bit ticky-tacky as Clapham re-enters. He'll replace Joey Ziegler. 20.3 left on this third quarter clock. Ridgeville with the basketball, down 12. Baker looking to get it in, lobs one into Luke Rowe. We'll see if North Ridgeville opts for the final shot here. I would assume they do. Is that the 5-second call? So they can't. Nice defense there by Caden Clapham. And I just don't think Luke Rowe had any idea that 5-second count was underway. And that's a big-time mistake from your junior guard right there as Joey Ziegler re-enters. He'll replace Caden Clapham. Now a chance for Avon to really extend this lead. They're already up 12, 10 seconds left now. Kittleberger in no big hurry, seemingly down to 5. He's got to go. Kittleberger with Compton on him, down to 3, down to 2. He's got to put this shot up. Kittleberger at the horn. Yes! And doesn't that just embody that third quarter, Jared Kozar? Avon with a 14-point lead that they'll carry into the fourth quarter. It was a 21-point frame for them, and they are in control right now. North Ridgeville in some trouble. Our score after 3, it's Avon 45, North Ridgeville 31. We're back with the fourth and final quarter right after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
So Avon wins that third quarter 21-7 over North Ridgeville. That's a football score right there. Maybe Avon Eagle head football coach Mike Elder smiling somewhere at that one, as North Ridgeville has some work to do, down 14 heading into this fourth quarter. I'll tell you what, Jared, Cole Miller, as good as he was in that first quarter, that's not to say he's been bad since then. The effort and the energy certainly been there for him, but he hasn't scored since that first quarter, and he really was the big difference maker to start this contest. And he may have to spring to life once again here in this fourth quarter to bring North Ridgeville back into it. He tries his luck inside. Krugman too big for him, though. Sent it away, as nothing has come easy for North Ridgeville outside of those first couple of minutes.
And I wonder if Miller's still 100% after that collision in the third quarter, as you mentioned. The optics maybe got a little bit scraped.
Abdul inside. Nice pass to a Cutting Brooks. Good. He threw a fastball when a changeup might have done the job. It's out of bounds back to North Ridgeville. Baseball time. That puts a smile on Zach Sprague's face over there. I know that. His boy Kyle Manzardo, a grand slam earlier today off Roki Sasaki.
Right? Yeah.
How about that? He took it opposite, too. That's not what most sluggers try to do, right? But Manzardo, man, if he could have a nice season for the Guardians, he could be a big difference maker for them. Rowe inside. That one sent away by Abdul. And this height and this size for Avon really starting to turn this ball game, if it hasn't already. Abdul inside to Brooks. Good little push shot. No, how did he miss that? Abdul there for the rebound. Ziegler shot fake to get by Baker. Nice recovery, though, by Duke. And they'll reset to Gavin Kittleberger. Oh, they leave him alone. Miscommunication. Kittleberger inside. Missed it, though. Rebound to North Ridgeville. 6:45 left to play here in this contest. North Ridgeville down 14. They got to move in a hurry, and that'll help right there. Nice take by Mason Allison. High off the glass for 2. His third and fourth points of the contest. Ridgeville back within a dozen.
Avon's going to slow it down now, and why not with this sizable dozen-point lead here, 6.5 left to play.
You got to start stringing some stops together if you're North Ridgeville. As Cole Miller gambles there on the pass, it leads to a Brooks good open bunny underneath, and he missed it again. Avon, they're missing some bunnies inside. Compton now with the basketball, one-on-one with Joey Ziegler. Oh, nice spin move inside. Jackson Compton. And a timeout by Avon Eagle head coach Mike Fitch. I think he senses a little momentum on the side of North Ridgeville right now. That was a beautiful take by Jackson Compton as he put Ziegler in the spin cycle. And North Ridgeville's back within 10. 6:12 left to play here in the fourth. It's Avon 45, North Ridgeville 35. We're back after this.
It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
After the Avon timeout, it is a 10-point game here at the home of the Eagles. Avon leading North Ridgeville 45-35. I like that timeout from Eagle head coach Mike Fitch there, Jared. It was just a little 4-0 run for North Ridgeville, but his guys, they were missing some bunnies inside, a little sloppy with the basketball. They weren't getting back on defense. Right. I think that was a good timeout just to say, hey, wait a minute, guys. This one's not over. Let's take this next 6-12 seriously and put this one away.
You got 4 timeouts. Nothing wrong with a little bit of recalibration.
But North Ridgeville, give them credit. They are going to fight this one to the end. We know what kind of team head coach Ben Chase puts out there on the floor. And just like that, Duke Baker a steal. Krugman an errant pass. Baker inside. Krugman fouled him on the way up. And that'll be 2 free throws here for Duke Baker. And Krugman doesn't like the foul, but I think what head coach Mike Fitch would tell him is, hey, young man, don't turn the ball over near the half-court line, and you don't have to put yourself in an awkward transition situation like that. 2 free throws coming for Duke Baker. Baker just at 4 points here tonight, well under his nightly average of 13. Obviously, the early foul trouble played a factor into that as the lefty sends that first free throw through. It's a 5-0 quarter right now for North Ridgeville. Deficit back to single digits. This is one of those where you kind of play the game, oh, if we can get it to 5 by this point, get it to 3 by this point, you feel okay.
And that was my next point. Ben Chase seated and very calculated down there on that sideline.
Yeah.
I think he's running the numbers.
Well, I mean, hey, it's a 3-possession game with just under 6 minutes, 5:50 and counting left to play. This one far, far from over. Brooks Good inside, kicks it out to Sikora, who thought about the 3. Sikora, a little 1-2 step inside, goes glass, and it's good. Nice take there by Trevor Sikora. Much needed bucket there for Avon. Allison may have gotten away with the walk, but he threw it away nonetheless. Sikora ahead of the pack. Miller trying to tee it up. He nearly blocked it. Impacted that shot nonetheless. Rowe maybe got away with the walk as Abdul applied the pressure. Mason Allison there to bail him out. Allison, oh boy, I thought he might walk into a 3-ball there. Baker lost his man on the backdoor cut, but he missed it. Oh man, that's a great backdoor cut by Duke. Baker just couldn't finish it as he lost Joey Ziegler on the back line there. Avon fortunate, and they'll maintain a 10-point lead as we trickle down under 5 minutes left to play now. Abdul maybe got away with a walk. Brooks Good with the basketball now. Baker out to greet him. Inside to Ziegler. He tries the mid-range. That one, toilet bowl in and out, no. Rebound to North Ridgeville. Baker cross court to Luke Rowe. He'll put his head down and charge inside. Kicks it to Compton. He'll tee up a 3-ball. Glass is good. Convenient banking hours for the North Ridgeville Rangers. Jared Kozar as Compton, his second field goal of the quarter. His first from beyond the arc. It's a 7-point game.
Well, you are in Avon. They have everything, and it's all open.
There you go. I haven't ate much today, so I may take them up on some of that late night cuisine potentially. As Ziegler stick back no good. Rowe got a hand on it after the missed 3-ball on the corner. And that should be 2 free throws here for Joey Ziegler. And it goes on Luke Rowe. It'll be his second. 2 free throws here for Joey Ziegler, who is at 10 points here tonight. It is Brooks Good right now leading the way for Avon. He has 11, but 10 of those came in that third quarter. It was a explosive third quarter for Brooks Good. Ziegler's first free throw is good. Sikora right now the only field goal this quarter for Avon. As Sam Griffiths and Gavin Kittleberger return, it'll be Krugman and Good taking a seat. One more free throw coming here for Ziegler. With 11 in the game, second free throw good. 9-point game, 4:22 and counting left to play in this fourth quarter. As North Ridgeville not out, but they certainly got to play, I think, near perfect the rest of the way. Compton hit one. Can he hit another? No. Off back iron. Allison keeps it alive with the tip. Miller, boy, I think if he could have that one again, he would just go up with it. He threw it to Rowe in the corner, who just dribbled out of bounds. Jared, I don't think Cole Miller realized how much room he had inside. There was, the bigs were in there, but there was nobody contesting him if he just put that one back up toward the rim.
Yeah, well within his range. That's a pretty high percentage shot for him. I agree.
Hard to believe he'd passed that one up again. He's scoreless since that first quarter. He had 9 to open the ball game. Hasn't seen one go through the net since then. Baker gambles for the steal. Can't get it. Leads to an open Sikora 3, and it's good. That pushes the lead for Avon back out to 12. North Ridgeville in some trouble once again. A nice pass to a cutting Duke Baker. Luke Rowe, beautiful feed inside to his teammate Baker. Those two have been in sync all season long. Do they have one more push in them to try to get back into this? Their team down 10 now, 52-42, just 3.5 left to play. Clock can't move fast enough for head coach Mike Fitch, and it's moving a little too fast right now for head coach Ben Chase of North Ridgeville. Abdul to Sikora. Boy, I thought he'd launch another one, but he won't. Probably a wise decision there. And now Allison fouls Ziegler, and that'll just be the second team foul for Mason Allison. That's his second personal.
Yeah, Sikora, I think, wanted that look, and it kind of had an open shot there, but I think maybe Mike Fitch was in his ear saying, hey, pull it back out, and that's the right move.
We may see some more of that in terms of the foul that Mason Allison committed. If you're North Ridgeville, you're going to have to start gambling because, as we all know, to the chagrin of a lot of people, there's no shot clock here in high school basketball. Some people still love that. I'm kind of indifferent myself. But Kittleberger inside, coasting with the left hand, and it's good. Lead back up to 12 for Avon. Mason Allison with the basketball, now met by Gavin Kittleberger. Allison steps into a healthy three ball. That one ticks iron, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson Compton. Basketball back to the Avon Eagles.
Congratulations to Pat Bray. The Amherst Comets, they emerged victorious over Lakewood,
wow.
53-37.
Big time.
Took it to them.
How about that? Kittleberger inside as Avon breaks the full court press, no problem. 2 more for Kittleberger. It's a 14-point game now for North Ridgeville. Might that be enough to send the Eagles through to the district final? We'll see. Baker inside, kicks it to Rowe. He'll try a 3. That one short off the iron, no good. Rebound to Sikora and the Avon Eagles. Well, that first quarter for North Ridgeville, boy, I certainly thought that might be enough to really keep them in this basketball game. And credit the Avon Eagles, man. They took that one on the chin those first couple of minutes. Really kind of seized some momentum by the end of that first quarter, Jared. It took the lead. It was tied going into the half, but really the start of that third quarter, I think, the difference maker here tonight.
They came out and really played well defensively, did a lot of things well on the offense. Their transition game was great, and you're starting to see the dividends paid off. 2:22 left to go and up 15.
So it does look like Avon will be punching their ticket to Saturday's district final at Worcester High School. On the other side of the bracket, it's Stowe Monroe Falls, a familiar opponent for Avon, as well as Medina Highland. As Ziegler got on both free throws there, so I'll see if I can effort something on social media during our post-game break to see if we can find a score update from that one. As North Ridgeville having to move in a hurry here, down 16. Baker tries a 3. That one's good. Well, if you know anything about North Ridgeville basketball, they're not going to just lay over and quit. And that's a 3 ball for Baker to bring the deficit back to 13. 2:05 left to play here. Ben Chase asking his guys to come up and apply some pressure here on Joey Ziegler. Ziegler throws it away inside. Duke Baker intercepted it. Oh, now he picked up his dribble. Needs someone to come get it. Compton does. Up ahead to Allison. Allison inside. Back to Compton. Swings it to Baker. He'll launch another lefty 3. High off the back of the iron. No good. And then Compton found Brooks Good on the rebound. So for Compton, that'll be his 4th. And with 1:45.
Team 4th.
Team 4th foul as well. Thank you, Jared. Let's see if North Ridgeville starts the fouling game. Like you said, with that being the 4th team foul, the next one would start sending Avon to the line. Clapham stuck in the backcourt. Mike Fitch calls a timeout, probably to get some sort of press breaker in place to bring this next 1:40 off the clock and send the Eagles to the district final on Saturday. 1:40 left to play. It is Avon 58, North Ridgeville 45. We're right back after this.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
After the timeout, Avon inbounding the basketball, and an errant pass out of bounds. Joey Ziegler threw it away. It'll go back to North Ridgeville. We do have an update as Stowe trails Medina Highland with less than 4 minutes to play in the 4th quarter, 50-36. So it looks like it'll be a date between Avon and Highland on Saturday at Worcester High School. As Mason Allison spin move inside. Nice move, just couldn't finish it. Compton, I think he tried to foul Kittleberger there. It's out of bounds off of Compton. It'll stay with Avon.
The two teams do it in football so often, they figure why not match you up in terms of basketball Saturday. In terms of a district final, Mike Elder on handover in that student section. Checking this one out.
Is he lurking? Where's he at? Oh, I see him on the right side.
Yeah, he's over there, yeah.
He's
the king of the Eagles nest.
Boy, not wearing purple. It is not often you will see Mike Elder without a piece of purple apparel on somehow, some way. As Mason Allison Boy, I hope that's just a cramp for the young man based on where he's grabbing. Kind of the back of the leg towards that calf area.
Yeah.
We know what that can sometimes mean. But I think he's able to walk off under his own power. I think he might just be cramping. They'll get him some water and all that good stuff. But 13-point game with $1:20 left to play here. As North Ridgeville looks like time may be up on their season. As Griffiths inside, the shot fake, but he traveled before he went up with it. Turnover gives it back to North Ridgeville, and that's one that Mike Fitch, man, I tell you what, he knows that he pretty much has this game, and that's still one that he's going to send the fingers through the hair on that one in frustration and try to substitution out there. Boy, I tell you what, I just love the way these two guys coach, Mike Fitch and Ben Chase. They're animated, they're energetic. It's exactly what high school basketball needs. As that pass out of bounds, it'll stay with North Ridgeville. That is no disrespect to some of the older guard, right,
Nope.
that we have in our area. We love those guys. But it is always awesome to see these programs, really continue success when the young, energetic guys step in at the helm. Colton Mack lays that one up and in for two. It's an 11-point game now with less than a minute to play. Kittelberger in some trouble in the backcourt. Needs a teammate to come help him. Nobody's coming to the ball, and it's another timeout by Avon head coach Mike Fitch. And certainly there'll be some things he discusses with his guys, and some good lessons to be learned, I think, here for his guys in terms of how to handle some of this full court pressure. But we'll sneak in another timeout as well, because I know, again, we got some spots to get to. 50 seconds left to go. It's Avon 58, North Ridgeville 47. We'll be right back.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, hearty trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Seconds left to play in this contest. Avon leads North Ridgeville 58-47, and it is officially a final from Medina Highland. The Hornets knock off the Bulldogs of Stowe Monroe Falls High School 66-50. So it will not be a second consecutive year of a district championship game between Avon and Stowe. Instead, it'll be the Eagles and Highland on Saturday night from Worcester High School, battling it out for a trip to the Sweet 16. Avon somehow keeping the basketball here, nearly turned it over off that inbound. That, again, is not something head coach Mike Fitch is going to be thrilled about, as he's had to waste a couple of timeouts. I don't want to say waste, but use a couple of timeouts here to get his guys coordinated here to break this full court pressure. And a foul on North Ridgeville should send the Eagles to the free throw line once again.
Yep, that's the 15th foul in the penalty. Just under 35 seconds left here. Another final score to pass along. Rock Dog, Elyria, a winner over Medina, 76-44. So Brett Larrick and company moving on in grand fashion.
And Canton McKinley is their grand prize for winning that one, if I'm not mistaken. As Ziegler got on that first free throw. Ziegler with 15 points in the ball game here to lead the way for Avon. One more free throw coming here for him. It's good. Brooks Good, really, I think, big performance of the night for Avon. That's no slight to Ziegler or even Gavin Kittelberg, but that 10-point third quarter for Brooks Good and the way he started that frame, that really set the tone, I think, for the rest of this second half. As North Ridgeville misses again inside, they'll foul Sam Griffiths, and reality is starting to set in on the faces of those young men from North Ridgeville. 2 free throws coming here for Sam Griffiths, but hey, a big shout out to the seniors for North Ridgeville. Duke Baker, Cole Miller really have enjoyed getting to see their careers here at North Ridgeville. Cole, especially on the football field as well, my goodness. What a job he did as the quarterback for head coach Brian Morgan for several seasons. Sam Griffiths, that free throw, his first point of the night, but him and Baker, their efforts on the basketball court these last couple of seasons, they absolutely deserve the standing ovation that they'll get right here.
And I can tell you, just from talking to some people in that community, and Craig Couch, a resident, and has mentioned those guys are not done playing by any stretch of the imagination. They're just done playing at Ridgeville, right. But they both have goals beyond that in different sports as they advance to the next level, and their collegiate career should be followed quite closely.
So congratulations to those two young men on stellar basketball careers here at North Ridgeville High School. Well, not here at North Ridgeville High School, but at North Ridgeville High School. As Compton throws that one away to Brooks Good, and I would imagine North Ridgeville may call off the fouling game here with just 20 seconds left to go. Colton Mack still applying some token pressure here, though. Caden Clapham comes out to get it. They'll double him. Joey Ziegler with it now. Clock down to 12. Ziegler to a cutting Brooks Good. Threw it away out of bounds. Head coach Mike Fitch saying, why? Just kick that one back out. But, again, all learning lessons at this stage of the game. 8 seconds left to go now. North Ridgeville may fire one more basketball up at the rim. It is Mack, misses wide right. Final seconds will tick off, and it is a final here at Avon. The Eagles dominate the second half after a tough start. They knock off North Ridgeville 62-47. They'll go play Medina Highlands Saturday night for a Division II District Championship at Worcester High School. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with our post-game show. We'll hopefully catch up with Avon head coach Mike Fitch. We'll get some of the individual and team numbers across to you. We'll look at some finals from around the area. We already have a number of them, as Jared read to you. And that'll be it for us. So, again, we'll be back with our post-game show. Again, your final score here at Avon. Eagles a winner over North Ridgeville in the district semis, 62-47. We're right back after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today. Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information. It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Back here on the post-game show, it is a final here again from Avon. Eagles knock off SWC foe North Ridgeville in this Division II District Semifinal, 62-47 the final score. Rocco Nushi, Jared Kozar, Zach Sprague all here with you. We'll try to catch up with Avon head coach Mike Fitch once he emerges from the locker room, as I think that's maybe what Jared's trying to line up with athletic director Eric Frombach here. So let's take a look at some of the individual scoring numbers while Jared does that. We'll start first for North Ridgeville. Their season comes to a close, and again, a huge congratulations and shout out to Duke Baker and Cole Miller, the two seniors for North Ridgeville. Just outstanding athletic careers, especially on the basketball floor. As Jared lost the fumble. It's not football season yet, my friend. But again, congratulations to Duke and Cole for North Ridgeville, outstanding basketball careers for the Rangers. But doing the scoring for North Ridgeville and leading the way, it was Luke Rowe. He had 12. Duke Baker had 11. as Luke Rowe, a quiet second half from him. He had 9 at the half, just 3 points in that third quarter, was scoreless in the fourth. Duke Baker kind of the opposite. He only had 2 at the half. He kind of came to life in that second half with 9. But just 23 points between Rowe and Baker. Cole Miller, he had 9. That all came in the first quarter, though, as Avon really made life tough on Cole Miller after that first frame. Jackson Compton would finish with 7 off the bench. A nice scoring night from him. Mason Allison and Colton Mack each finish with 4 apiece. For Avon, their season continues on to Saturday night. They'll be in a Division II District Final at Worcester High School, taking on Medina Highland. Joey Ziegler, the high-scoring man for them, and overall tonight, he finished with 16. Gavin Kittleberger poured in 13. Brooks Good had 11. 10 of those came in the third quarter, and that scoring run that he led in that third quarter really kind of turned this game on its head, in my opinion. Holden Krugman with 9 off the bench, Trevor Sikora with 7, Dean Abdul with 4, and Sam Griffiths with 2. So congratulations to Avon head coach Mike Fitch and his guys on the win tonight. I know Eric said he was going to go get him at some point here, right, Jared? Okay.
Yes, Eric Frombach, Avon athletic director, said he was going to go ahead and get Coach Fitch out here.
Fish him out of there, all right.
See what's going on. In the meantime, another final score to pass along. It was Brookside ending the season of Orville, 56-49. Pretty close game. Larry Babbitt and company moving on. They'll play Saturday afternoon, 3:30. So we've got some options to figure out. Tomorrow's going to be stressful. There's going to be a lot of this tomorrow, Rock Dog. I can feel this right now. We've seen it, and it's a good thing that nobody's looking at us right now, because it's a great inside joke there. And again, Amherst, a winner earlier tonight over Lakewood, 53-37. Elyria blows by Medina, 76-44. Those are a look at the finals that we have, aside from the game that you mentioned as far as Medina Highland. Boy, think about that. The football matchups they've had, they're going to do it on Saturday in basketball.
Isn't that something?
Pretty good. Here tonight, statistically, in this ball game, Ridgeville sees their season come to a close. They were 18 of 52 from the field in the contest, 35% in the night. 8 of 8 at the line, 100% there. 26 rebounds, 16 turnovers were the numbers on the Ridgeville Rangers for the ball game. For the Avon Eagles, 62-47 winners here this evening. They were 20 of 44 from the field, 45% in the night. 19 of 25 at the line, 73%. Did a lot better job in the second half, as they were perfect from the stripe. 29 rebounds. They tilted that back in their favor in the second half, and they cleaned up the turnovers. Just 13 for the contest. 6 of those coming in the second half when they were able to close up shop.
So I apologize. I think I missed it. 29 rebounds for Avon. How many for Ridgeville here tonight, Jared?
26 is what the Rangers finished
okay,
with.
So
yeah, not a big disparity. I mean, it was the stats were pretty close. Ridgeville maybe needed to get a few more opportunities in that second half. The third quarter, again, that was the key.
Really it.
And Brooks Good, the catalyst of that one, made a big difference in terms of what they needed to do and what they wanted to do to set that tone in that third quarter. Very, very strange to go into the intermission tied at 24 with Luke Rowe shooting free throws with no time on the clock,
that was a
following
weird
that
sequence.
technical foul. So for them meaning Avon, to put that behind them and maybe carry a little bit of chip on their shoulder into the third period of play, really was the difference here this evening.
Yeah, that'll certainly be part of my questioning for Avon head coach Mike Fitch. Not about what happened there during that technical, but maybe just about what that halftime
I'm sure he
was.
would share it with you if you asked.
He probably would, but yeah, so we're still waiting on him to emerge from that locker room. Why don't we see if we can sneak in another 30-second or 60-second timeout here, Jared. Again, post-game show here at Avon. Eagles a winner over North Ridgeville, 62-47. Hopefully catching up with Eagle head basketball coach Mike Fitch after this timeout.
WEOL.com is your home for local Lorain County sports. See all the latest sports news from around the county, featuring stories by the team at the Chronicle Telegram. Check out our upcoming broadcast schedule to see when your favorite games will be streamed live and free. Find the latest scores all in one place, so you never feel behind on the action. And if that's not enough, we have you covered with the latest highlights.
Their pass intercepted by Cowling. Cowling coming the other way. Goes up for the shot, made it, and he's fouled.
WEOL.com, your home for local Lorain County sports. Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
Lorain County has a story every day. Make sure you don't miss it. From breaking news and high school sports to schools, business, and community events, the Chronicle has it all. Stay connected to your neighbors and your home team with coverage that matters most to you. Don't just hear about Lorain County, know Lorain County. Subscribe today at chroniclet.com/subscribe and get the news that keeps you in the know. The Chronicle Telegram, Lorain County's largest newspaper.
I figured.
Back here on the post-game show, it's a winner for the Avon Eagles here at home. They knock off SWC foe North Ridgeville 62-47 to move to Saturday's district finals. I just told Avon head coach Mike Fitch here they'll be taking on at Medina Highlands, so no rematch for Stowe to try to punch your ticket to the regionals this time around. A new opponent for you guys, but man, it was not a great start for you guys, and I kind of want to start there, right? North Ridgeville, they came out hot. They were firing on all cylinders. We could see it on your body language, just kind of frustrated with some of the turnovers and things like that. What really started to turn this basketball game back in your guys' direction?
Well, first off, we knew they're coming in. They picked to come in a conference place on a road game, so they have to come in hot. Blades of glory, ready to go and go hard as they can. I told, I was obviously you could see my reaction, but I have a great coaching staff. R.C. Clapp and Jim Wallace kept me calm and said, hey, they're going to tire out. They're in foul trouble. They're going to tire out. Keep believing in what we do. And then I think our kids bought into that too. We talked at halftime that, hey, we're good. We're going to make a couple adjustments, but we're going to keep doing what we do. They got to wear down. We are a little deeper than them, so we knew if we got to the bench, obviously fouls were an issue in the first half. So we got to their bench, and that wears you down when you're only playing 6 or 7 guys. So.
Well, I think that's pretty spot on, and far be it for me to take over the analysis of how this one went. But Cole Miller, big first quarter for him. He had 9 scoreless from then on out. Duke Baker, Luke Rowe, they each finished at double digits, but nothing really came easy for those two. You really did a number on their top 3 scores. Really, I think kind of wore them down. What does that say about your guys' defense?
Yeah, I mean, you get a week and a half to prepare for a conference team that you're going against. So you got a lot of film. So we broke down a lot of their stuff, went through stuff they do. I know they went with Cole early, and he was hard to stop. He was backing us down. We talked about being physical with him and meet him at the rim. He's also a hard defender, man. He sits down in there, and I told our guys, I don't care who it is, you're going to attack him, And I think Dean Abdul did a really good job attacking him, not worrying about him in the middle and just treating him like another person. So, and then they got shooters, So I think we did a really good job going back. We got a couple defenders. You had Dean Abdul and Caden Clapham that can get on Luke Rowe. When you have 2 guys that can, handle one guy, it's hard to, be on that other end when you're a single guy.
That third quarter, I mean, weird sequence going into the half. You guys were up 2. Technical gets called. It's tied up. Again, weird sequence. But, man, as good as North Ridgeville started that first quarter, that was you guys in that third quarter. Brooks good, especially. You got to shout him out. He had 10 points in that third quarter. You guys outscored North Ridgeville 21-7 in that frame football score there. Maybe that put a smile on Coach Elder's face. But, that third quarter, again, really seemed to be the difference maker for you guys here.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I said, refs may call it a little different, which they did. They let some more stuff go. So we said you got to finish on 2 feet and finish at the rim. And Brooks followed up a lot of, with a lot of putbacks, and he has that beautiful touch. So they went to that zone, which affected us a little bit. We missed some easy bunnies that, were good shots. I think my coaching staff did a really good job calling the correct timeouts and making adjustments. So, yeah, I mean, when you can come out, I think that's a home court advantage in the third quarter for sure.
You mentioned depth, Coach. How crucial is that after long regular season? We know how much of a grind that is. You get into the postseason, tired legs, tired all of that. How important is it to be able to turn to more than 1 or 2 guys off the bench and be confident with what they can produce for you?
Huge. We talked about in the locker room. I mean, Preston Johnson didn't even see the floor tonight. Not just it's just how it worked. We talked about him a lot. He's a guy that has played big minutes for us and scored double figures. So we even had other guys, but we talk about that. Our concern in week and a half off was stamina and getting through it. So we really practiced hard coming into tonight. So we would have those legs under us. And when you have guys that are deep and have played the whole season, that's on purpose. We put some guys in different situations throughout the whole season. So that paid off tonight.
So that sets you up with Highland Saturday night, district final, chance to go to the Sweet 16 once again. What do you need to improve upon, and what did you like from this one that you want to carry into Saturday?
Yeah, we got to make better decisions with the basketball. There's a couple times that we, got the enthusiasm with us and try to make one-handed passes and not be strong, so that's something. And then obviously it's a totally different opponent. I mean, you're going against Ridgeville, it's a big difference. So I've watched Highland a little bit, and obviously now we'll break them down a lot. And, our coaching staff will watch hours and hours of film and see what we can do against them. But I know they've been in the top 7, teams the entire season in that Martin RPI, the Max Preps RPI. Don't want to pick any sides here.
You're all right. You're not alone on that.
I know they're a good team, and they play in a tough conference, so obviously we'll break it down, but we got to take care of the ball, and obviously we got to come out. We can't get down, 8 or 10 early. So.
All right, good deal. All right, well, congratulations again, Coach. Appreciate you stopping by here post-game, and best of luck. Maybe we'll see you guys out there Saturday.
Yep. I hope so. Yeah. Jared will make that decision, I'm sure.
Well, it'll be part of our conversations tomorrow for sure. Trust me.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. That's head coach Mike Fitch of the Avon Eagles. His guys a winner tonight over at North Ridgeville. 62-47 was the final score there. Always enjoy our conversations with head coach Mike Fitch. Look at him, always broadcast savvy of the different ins and outs, who to please, who to not, irritate on the broadcast. It's a wily veteran over there in Mike Fitch. Always love talking with him. And I do want to shout out again Ben Chase, head coach of the North Ridgeville Rangers. Got a chance to talk with him this past Saturday on the wrap-up show. I know he was excited for this one. Obviously, I'm sure he's disappointed with how this one went, but really appreciate his time and effort in working with us all season long. Always get to love covering his North Ridgeville Ranger team. So that'll do it for us here tonight. A big thank you to everybody who tuned in, watched, and listened on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Big thanks to everybody at Avon and North Ridgeville for helping us be a part of this one. And a big thank you to our sponsors, as tonight's tournament cage matchup was brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. We'll get the thank you screen up there. There we go. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. LMRE, the Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner. Your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Mallard Creek Golf Club, the Duck on Route 82 in Columbia Station. And Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. Big thank you to Jared Kozar and Zach Sprague on site helping me out with this one. So for everybody here at Avon, for Jared Kozar, for Spregosaurus Rex, Zach Sprague, I am Rakanushi. Saying one more time, your final score from Avon, the Eagles, a Division II District Semifinal winner. They're on to the District Finals on Saturday with a 62-47 win over North Ridgeville. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you tomorrow out in LaGrange for another District Semifinal between Keystone and Norwayne. Have a great night.